Swagman! That's right, everybody. It is me, Swagman, with you once again. Hello, and a happy early Thanksgiving to everyone here in the States. I know not everyone playing the game is going to be celebrating, and that's all right. But we want to say happy Thanksgiving, and that's why we're asking what you're cooking for Thanksgiving. Josie Lewis 731615 said, making some ham with scalloped potatoes. I love a good ham. Ham's delicious. Scalloped potatoes, yum, yum, yummy. Kelly Jogeltree was put in charge of the cranberries because no one else was going to make them. And that's one of those big ones for the holidays. 360 Islander is making some tacos or cheeseburgers because they're Canadian. So that makes sense. They already had their Thanksgiving. It's not today. Or tomorrow. Or even Friday. Blue Bird Song 333 making stuffing, mashed potatoes, brown gravy, mac and cheese, and more while the husband is on turkey duty. That sounds like a delicious feast right there. Wanda Faye 939 is making sweet potatoes with marshmallows. Yum. Scary Mary Shelley made deviled eggs, which makes sense because that's the scariest of the eggs. And after all, Scary Mary Shelley is the one making them. My wife actually made some homemade vanilla ice cream and homemade cookie butter ice cream to go with the pies, which I am very excited for. She's also made some rolls and some salad. We're going to be with some friends tomorrow, so that should be an amazing meal. And yeah, I maybe already sampled some of the ice cream, just to make sure that it was good. And obviously it was. My wife made it. But hey, you know what? Tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day here in the States, and if you weren't already starving, just wait until you play this holiday cooking and food edition of Daily Trivia Live, the mobile game show from the comfort of your phone. Now make sure your internal temperature is correct as you play for today's grand prize. There it is, $1,000. And when you correctly answer 10 multiple choice holiday cooking and food trivia questions, you will win your share of it. In this game, you'll earn 1 bonus SP for every question you get right after question number 1, even if you've already been eliminated. Now, if you win the game, they're automatically added to your prize. That's what I call one of the perks. Otherwise, you'll have to claim them at the end of the game to keep them. So if you don't win the game, you must click claim. I'm just imagining that like 10,000 people just said that with me, because we know I do that, right? Now, the first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to get another shot at the grand prize, either using SB or with a free rejoin. Just click the plus sign in the top left-hand corner of the main menu anytime a game isn't happening, and you can get free rejoins by watching videos. And each game, we do give away 5 100 SB prizes to 5 players who win and claim at least 1 SB in the game. Here for you now are Tuesday's winners. Congratulations to you. Everyone else, keep playing and claiming, because next time the winner could be you. All right, that's all the info you need. 12,400 plus people in the game. Going to have some fun. So let's serve today's game while it's still warm, shall we? Here is question number 1. Which of the following meats is not a part of a turducken? Is it chicken, duck, or prime rib? Which of those meats is not part of a turducken? Why just have a turkey at Thanksgiving when you can stuff a series of birds inside one another and cook that? Stuff a chicken in a duck in a turkey, and cook the prime rib separately, because that's not a part of a turducken. Prime rib is the answer. 96% of you getting that one right. Moving on, 11,917 of you. They're going to hand out the turducken tomorrow during all the American football we're going to be playing, as long as one of the announcers doesn't, just destroy it with their hands first. All right, we're on to Q2, worth a bonus SB. Every question's got a bonus SB from here on out if you get it right. So here we go. Q2. The combination of ginger, cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice creates what autumnal flavor? Pumpkin spice, caramel, or sweet potato? That combination creates what autumnal flavor? For a fall flavor, it arrives earlier each year. But hey, who am I to judge? If you love your pumpkin spice lattes, you should be able to have them year-round. Pumpkin spice is the answer. 98% of you getting that one right. 12,287 of you knew that one. More people knew about pumpkin spice than they did the turducken, and I'm not surprised. That pumpkin spice is everywhere. Q3 is here now. It's worth a bonus SB if you get it right. Here we go. Q3. According to Butterball, at what internal temperature Fahrenheit is cooked turkey considered safe to eat? 32 degrees, 170 degrees, or 99 degrees? What internal temperature Fahrenheit is cooked turkey considered safe to eat? At least according to Butterball. Now, you should be taking your internal temperatures from 3 places, okay? The cavity, the thickest part of the breast, and the thickest part of the thigh. If the temperature is 170 degrees Fahrenheit, it is safe to eat. 93% of you getting that one right. 11,592 of you knew that answer. You're moving on. You know what a good cooked turkey looks like. I've only cooked one turkey. My wife and I got one of our first years of marriage after Thanksgiving. They were on sale, and boy howdy, we made the best turkey, and there was just 2 of us. It was a big turkey, and that thing lasted us for weeks. But oh, was it good. We are now on to Q4, though, because the temperature's going up on this quiz. All right? Bonus SB right here. Can you handle the heat? Here's question number 4. On Christmas Eve, Italians celebrate with a meal called Feast of the Seven what? Cookies, reindeer, or fishes? On Christmas Eve, Italians celebrate with a meal called Feast of the Seven what? On the eve of a feast day, Roman Catholics will abstain from eating meat, and instead, Italian families would eat fish fried in oil. It is the Feast of the Seven Fishes! 88% of you getting that one right. Well done. That's 10,726 of you moving on. I thought that was going to be a little bit tougher, but I guess we get that maybe there's no Feast of the Seven Cookies, and if there is, like, that's just, like, every day during the Christmas holiday. Like, let's face it, we're making and eating a lot of cookies. At least I am. Q5 is here. It's worth a bonus SB. We're almost halfway through the quiz, so let's keep it moving with Q5. What starch is often served creamed as a holiday side dish? Is it corn, linguine, or rolls? What starch is often served creamed as a holiday side dish? Now, this is a purely American dish whose origins can be traced back to indigenous people, and the dish gained popularity with European immigrants in the late 19th and early 20th century because who doesn't love creamed corn? Creamed corn is the answer. 94% of you getting that one right. 11,224 of you moving on. You knew that you don't cream linguine because that is strange. Halfway through the quiz now. Q6 is here. It's worth a bonus SB if you get it right. Let's just keep it moving into Q6. Here we go. Which holiday staple was invented by Campbell's Soup as a marketing campaign? Is it candied yams, green bean casserole, or figgy pudding? Which holiday staple was invented by Campbell's Soup as a marketing campaign? I didn't know this. And look, if you need people to buy more cans of soup during the holidays, all you got to do is create a dish where Campbell's cream of mushroom is a key ingredient. This is what they did with green bean casserole in 1955. Green bean casserole. Wow, 94% of you getting that one right. 10,856 of you. Maybe it's just that you knew that I don't think you need soup for figgy pudding or candied yams. For candied yams, all you need is yams and M&Ms, and you're good to go. Here's Q7 now. It's worth a bonus SB if you get it right. During Thanksgiving and Christmas, what red berry is traditionally made into sauces and relishes? Strawberry, raspberry, or cranberry? What red berry is traditionally made into sauces and relishes during Thanksgiving and Christmas? This is some good stuff. I mean, this fruit is also native to America, and it was seasonal, available to pick between September and November. In fact, cranberries are believed to have been at the very first Thanksgiving feast. Cranberries is the answer. Look at you go! 99.5% of you, almost 100% of you got that one right. We only lost 56 people on that one. 11,251 of you crushed it. Way to go. Now look, the other berries are great, but cranberry, this is its time to shine, right? Q8's here. It's worth a bonus SB. Let's get to it. Where in Italy did the panettone originate? Was it Rome, Milan, or Florence? Where in Italy did the panettone originate? Yes, this canonical sweetbread is also an Italian holiday staple. But, unlike a lot of foods, this one has had its roots solidly traced back to Milan. Milan is the answer. Oh, this was our toughest one yet. 44% of you got that one right. 4,861 of you moving on. But we lost 6,246 of you. That's 56% of you. So let's jump back in here, all right? Let's go. You got some rejoins. Now is the time. And I gotta ask, do you like this one? Have you had this one? I don't know that I've had much of this wonderfully sweet bread, but I like sweet and I like bread, so I might have to eat more of it. We're on to Q9 now that we have 4,700 plus people back in the game. We got a bonus SB attached to this one if you get it right. So here we go, Q9. Which of the following is not a traditional Christmas cookie shape? Tree, star, or penguin? Which of those is not a traditional Christmas cookie shape? Let's face it, one of the best parts of the holidays is baking and decorating sugar cookies. And everyone who makes them has the basic set of cookie cutters, right? Which doesn't include a penguin shape. Penguin is the answer. 9,550 of you getting that one right. You've made it this far, and you are ready for our final question. Well done. Well done, everyone. Now, we are off tomorrow because of Thanksgiving, but join us on Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the beginning of Name That Song Week. Yeah, which means 4 straight days of everyone's new favorite themed game. I don't know what song I was going for there, but I think I painted the picture that there's going to be music, okay? Name That Song Week coming to you next week. And a quick reminder that there are 2 ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia outside of our live games. One is through the Daily Trivia Challenge, which is the quick hostless version of our game that you can play on your schedule up to twice per day. The second is by clicking the More Ways to Earn button wherever you find it in the app. Both are going to get you SB towards your daily goal. And speaking of SB towards your daily goal, don't forget that you still have plenty of time to finish or begin your Swaggo board. It runs through 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time on Monday, December 1st. In Swaggo, for those that didn't know, you fill squares on your board by getting SB in the ways that you're probably already earning, including the Daily Trivia Challenge and the live trivia games. Or maybe you're filling those squares by trying ways to earn that you haven't tried before, or you haven't tried them in a while. The important thing is that once you complete a pattern, submit it to get an SB bonus. The size of the bonus is going to depend on which pattern you complete, and a full board is worth 2,000 SB. What? Just remember that you can only submit once, which means you should try and fill as many squares as you can before you submit. Check it out after the game by clicking on the smaller version of this image that appears when the game is ended. But, as you know, before you can click on that image, we have to finish the game. So let's focus ourselves in, because Q10 is here. It is worth a bonus SB to everyone who gets it right. We also have 9,564 of you going for a piece of the grand prize. So here we go, Q10. Which of the following foods is typically served during Hanukkah? Potato latkes, apples and honey, or matzah? Which of those is typically served during Hanukkah? Potatoes were introduced to Europe in the 16th century. The recipe for potato latkes called for goose fat to fry. And because geese were slaughtered in December, Hanukkah became the latke holiday. So many of you got that one right. Look at that, 6,659 of you knew that answer. And you are splitting our grand prize. Well done. Congratulations to all of you who are splitting the grand prize today. Let's take a look at those winners, shall we? Brenda J308, you did it. Congratulations. Oh, Ashy,